So after 3 full days of attempting top kill, we have been unable to overcome the flow from the well. So we now believe it's time to move on to the next of our options, which is the LMRP, Lower Marine Riser Package cap. Over the last 3 days, we've pumped a total of over 30,000 barrels of mud. We've made numerous attempts to overcome the flow. We've monitored the situation after each attempt. We've also used our junk shot technique and other materials to try to divert more of the flow down the well, but we have not been able to stop the flow. And after significant review with what could only probably be called a brain trust of engineers and scientists from BP, the industry, the Minerals Management Service, the Department of Energy, the Department of Interior, and further reviews by Secretary Salazar and Secretary Chu, we have made the decision to move on to the next option.
David Mattingly from CNN. All along we've been told that this was the top kill was your first choice because it had your highest chance of success and you carried the fewest risks. What are your chances of success as you move forward now, and what are the risks that you are encountering that you did not have before? Also, how soon do you plan to install the second blowout preventer?
Well, if you go back to the very beginning, of course, our first attempts to stop the flow were with trying to activate or somehow use the existing blowout preventer. That was the place we began more than a month ago. And, of course, in parallel, we've been working numerous options. So I don't think it's accurate to actually say that was ever attached as our most likely or best chance of success. It was the next option, an option we felt was the next one to pursue based on the information we had. And I think the chance of success we gave it was somewhere around 60 to 70%. Obviously, we didn't know. So I think that what we've done is given this thing every chance to succeed. We've gone at this for more than 3 full days, made multiple attempts, and as I said, had probably the best and brightest in the industry and in government working to assess whether we should continue, because that is an option and was an option, or whether we should move on. And based on all of the analysis and consultation with those experts, the view is it's now time to move to the LMRP cap.
I think you should remind them, too. We should remind everyone, we've been at this, I think we're into day 40 now. The first few weeks were really spent on trying to intervene on the existing BOP. There was a lot of work done on that with valves and repairs and everything. So I think it was at least 3 weeks that we tried that before you moved on to top kill. So it's been a series of, it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride for everyone as we go through this. And we try to stay, steady state, hand at the till. And, obviously we've said we've had to prepare for a worst case scenario since day one, that this could fail totally and release a tremendous amount more than it is releasing now. And the real solution, the end state, is a relief well. It has never been top kill or BOP. I mean, it's a relief well is what we really need to get to.
Right, I understand that, but the second part of my question is what are the risks that you're encountering now that you didn't encounter with the top kill, and what are your chances of success now compared to the top kill?
Yeah, no, it's a very good question. So I think what we've learned at this step is the next thing to do is to try to capture all of the flow, or as much of the flow as we can. So if you recall, we use this riser insertion tube tool, what we call the RIT tool. Our first attempt was the dome, and of course we had the hydrate problem. So we learned from that we had to exclude the water. But we also knew that this riser insertion tool was only going to capture a portion of the flow. We believe the LMRP cap has a chance to capture a great majority of it. I don't want to say 100%, but a great majority of it with that design. And while we continue to work options to stop the flow, what we need to do right now, and we've said this all along, that if top kill was unsuccessful, the next step in the process was what we call the LMRP cap. It's another version of what we used to call top hat and other things. So we think this is the right step. The government agrees with us. The Secretary Salazar, Secretary Chu agree with this. The best experts agree, and that's what we need to do next.